You
Can
can
you
menu
menu
here.
here? Okay.
Yeah. We're menuing.
Oh, yes, absolutely do it.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, baby. Nice blue.
Nice baby blue text boxes that we know and love.
This is a good feel. It's a good
Yeah.
feel.
My eyes are thanking you. Nice ice beam.
So these fights are all really easy too. The just big thing we're hoping happens is get potion drops from them.
Oh.
So can I squeeze one in here? I've got a $300 donation from Fathlow.
Oh, baby.
So glad to see you here, Bick. Back when we started 2 years ago today, watching your runs has brought me a lot of joy and inspiration. This is for LCC as a file name for SMRPG.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Fatflow.
Fathlow is also a very talented runner of this game in several categories.
And he's a master at finding soft locks too.
Yeah. We won't talk about that, though.
No.
No bad juju for this run.
Yeah.
It's good to hear from you, buddy. Thank you very much.
So even though all of these fights are forced, they can still all be like either preemptives, pincers, side attacks, stuff like that. So something that can go right or wrong.
He just has to make sure he gets on the right vertical tile path.
Yeah,
so that he
there
can
were
hit
some
the-
no encounter tiles in that kind of area planes there. It's not super critical at this point, just because he's gonna have to he's gonna have to burn some steps when he gets into the Phantom Train as part of the route.
The reason we're all grinning is because he's going to get 2 single ghost encounters and then a 3 ghost encounter.
And if
it's-
we're gonna get a preemptive anywhere in this forest, we want it to be on that 3-pack.
Well, it's a general rule that you're going to get at
Pincer,
least one
yeah.
on the single ghost, and then you have pincer back
Yeah.
attack on the 3. It's just the game is sentient, I swear.
He's trying to be fairly precise with all of his movement. He's got a few extra steps that he's going to burn between one of the train cars, but alright, we didn't get a back attack. Which
Yeah,
fine.
this is fine.
So he'll be fine.
If he did get pincered by these ghosts, he'd use a potion on one of them to insta-kill it, just as healing items for undead.
Yeah.
But yeah, after said steps being burned, then Vic has to be absolutely perfect with his movement, because if he takes even one extra step, he will get into an encounter that he should normally never have to get into, which means that he will have different packs on the veldt, and the fights that he has to forcibly fight to make Gao appear will be longer and 3 enemies instead of just 1 enemy.
Yeah.
So you'll see him burn some steps in the second car, and then after that, it's game on.
Oh, the belt.
Yeah.
Getting there soon.
I don't want to go there.
Cyan's not a fan of the Gao RNG either. Alright, so then these ghosts are random too, and right here you can take extra steps to walk around them, but once he's forced this encounter here, he has no extra steps to play with. So if he gets blocked by a ghost, again, he just has to suck it up and wait for it to move out the way. And this is just to influence what monsters he gets on the rest of the train. Because using the Seed 244 route, we're going to be avoiding the worst possible encounters on the train, which are quad whispers, which have a demi attack with a really slow animation, and also triple bombs, which are just dangerous too, because they have a fire attack that can do like 200 damage if they single target.
Get him!
Yeah.
Get him!
If Cyan dies, can be actually good, just because then he doesn't have to run from fights. But it does make it a little hair more dangerous though, just because you've got one less body to
Get tooted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You laugh, but it's a serious issue,
Yes.
as Vic knows very well.
Yes, from the Trizerker fight I think you got in the Kefka and Arch tournament once.
It ruined my seat, man. Ruined it.
I believe there's a certain sequence of buttons that are going to be pressed before the next boss is killed too.
Thankfully, I can afford the steps to go into the save room. So if something terrible does happen, that's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But obviously, we're gonna go for it. We're not gonna be like ridiculous about healing and stuff like that.
Alright, so starting... depending on where that ghost is, actually, when he comes out, when the game loads the field map after this fight, he might actually be able to clip through the ghost if it's about to walk in his way, but I think it's too far away at this point.
I think so too.
Yeah. That's
Oh, he
there
got
you go.
it. Nice.
And that's actually that brings up a good point. When the game loads a screen, and whether you're leaving a battle or entering a new screen, if the screen, you'll see the screen fade in, but Bick can move his character while the screen is fading in, and I believe up to
It's okay.
up to 2 steps. It's not the end.
That's
of the
not a
world.
that's not a deal breaker for the route, but unfortunately, it does mean he's going to get an extra fight outside Barren Falls, and then have some potentially a little slower time of finding Gao. But
That's how tight it is, man.
We'll still make it.
You make one little slip up. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal.
Nah, it's not.
Well, if Gao is cooperative,
Right. Well,
if Gao is not cooperative, then that's
all
another
of it
story.
doesn't matter.
hey,
I think that's like the last encounter, though.
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't even help.
yeah,
See it turn out.
it's really rare for Cyan to actually get killed like when it'll actually save time too. At least here, I mean, in the Serpent Trench, that's another story.
White Cape strats.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah,
nope,
new to me.
Don't want to get Ascension. AKA turned into an imp.
It just negates one possible scenario of not being able to suplex, but there's
Yeah.
still 2 others.
Hey, last time I ran this in a marathon, I got berserked, but I'd already queued the suplex, so it still happened. Now, I'm not gonna say it, but all right.
Oh,
Do it.
oh, you're fine.
I meant do the inputs in case we might get
Oh,
a
yeah.
self-flex.
Self-flex.
There it is. Hurt Bick's pride a little bit to do that one, but
Did it for the fans.
For the fans, yes.
So the
It's gonna take this time to slightly organize his inventory.
so Phantom Train is undead, and healing items hurt undead in a lot of Final Fantasy games, and in 6 specifically, either Phoenix Downs or Revivifies are guaranteed one-shot instant death on undead. And there's 3 bosses in the game that are undead, although Phantom Train is the only one that's spot in this category.
so he's got a little bit of downtime during this cutscene, after this cutscene, but between the leaving this area, and he'll use that time to go into his items to rearrange stuff. Basically, he's going to put everything that he wants to sell at the top of his inventory, so that when he goes to the town mob lives, he'll be able to just clear out the top of his inventory and free up space so he can get a dried meat.
Yeah, normally the way this little segment works is after he sees Cyan sees his family aboard the ghost train, then you gain control of Sabin and you get to talk to Shadow and Cyan and just kind of walk around for a little bit. But there's a static amount of time before you leave, before the cutscene ends. So instead of talking to anybody, you don't really care about Cyan's feelings. You'd rather organize your inventory.
It's like 20 to 30 seconds, I think.
And set the battle speed to 1 because of a trick that's coming up. Or not 1, active.
Yeah, he does want to. I mean, if he needs to be out of his menu for the story to advance, though, and it won't kick him out. So he does need to be somewhat mindful of how much time he's spending in the
Yeah.
menu during this sequence.
So real quick, we have a $2,000 donation from Henry H.
Woo!
Henry says, I saw enough of RPG Jerkbird at Limit Break. This is for the runner's eyes.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
He's on a basically a global timer that exists outside of this menu, so he wants to do this as quickly as he can.
And then he kind of uses his remaining time just to sort together stuff that he's going to be selling when he gets to Moblas, just to save time there.
That's not what you want to do at all. Alright. Ah, here it comes, man.
Alright.
Here it comes.
Ready to get crass?
I am.
There it
There it
is.
is.
There it is.
So this is the encounter I was referring to earlier. We can run away before it gets too hairy, but you get an auto heal before Baron falls,
Yeah.
so you should be okay.
And that's just the game's way of protecting you from a dead party situation, just because Shadow leaves you when you approach Baron Falls, and he might have been your only living character.
Right.
So it just gives the game just quietly heals Sabin and Cyan.
And he saved there because he's going to be doing a trick, and out of his control, he could just get criticaled and then game over. We hope that doesn't happen.
Mhm.
But he's going to be abusing the Psycho Cyan glitch on the Rise of Past fight here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's a glitch with Cyan's retort counterattack.
Oh no!
Ooh,
It's fine.
yeah,
It's actually slower to get a preemptive here.
Not by much though.
No.
So the setup for the glitch means that Cyan needs to either start a battle dead or get killed and revived during a fight. And then Q is retort, and then that kind of bugs him out so that he just starts countering any kind of physical action, like strength stat-based action that happens during the battle. And you'll see what that does once he finishes. And then the reason why beating up Cyan is faster, by the way, too, is that this battle's on a timer. You can keep fighting piranhas, but until about a minute has passed, or a little over a full loop of the music, the boss Rizapas won't spawn. So the time he's spending setting up the Cyan glitch doesn't cost anything.
If the
You'll be okay, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm traumatized. Okay.
Yeah.
The piranha can critical Cyan there and kill him. If he attacks him, it's no big deal. It's like 14 damage. If he crits, Cyan dies again, and you don't have another Phoenix down. So when you finally summon Rizapas, it's solo Sabin, and Sabin will likely die.
So after he revives Cyan and then Q's retort, he's going to use Pummel, which is a strength-based attack, and that causes Cyan to retort, and then he dies. And
That's good.
because of using that attack, it kind of bugs out Rizapas's AI so that he just dies instead of calling the extended boss death animation, and that alone is why this is faster than just waiting it out and using blitzes or sword attacks like the
We're gonna need
older
Gal's
strat
name.
was.
Yeah.
It's about 10 seconds, I want to say, that strat saves.
And for Gal's name, I'm thinking Arby's.
Yes, my boys.
You can use the exclamation point, right? There we go. So finding Gao this time is a freebie. Sadly, now we actually have to find him for real. Because we have to find Gao in order to be able to get to the Serpent Trench. And once we... the odds are 5 out of 8 after winning a fight that meets certain conditions.
So he's going to get into a pincer attack here, or I guess not.
It's the second fight.
Should be the next one,
This
though.
would have been, I think, double brawlers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Normally.
So this pincer is actually routed into the step route here.
Because the Velt is refights with monster formations you run into throughout the game thus far, and then this is basically refighting the game's tutorial on pincers.
Right, the Lobo Guard fight way back from Terra, Vix, and Wedge, which is mandatory pincer. That's like the flag set for that fight.
A large part of the routing of the seed has to do with avoiding Templars in the belt because tumblers are an unrunnable fight and it takes forever to get through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and if
we
you're
just
doing
not
this
see
with
that,
if you're
it's
doing
gonna
this
be
with no
beneficial.
manipulation, the odds of getting that fight are extremely high. So he's gonna unload some stuff he doesn't need anymore here, and then buy dried meat, which you need in order to find Gao. And then on his way to the Serpent Trench, he's gonna be fighting battles until he finds him.
Cheat.
Come on, Dwayne.
Or fighting that guy.
Dwayne.
Grabbing a safety save here, just because there is a bit of a chance that he could die if he gets bad enough luck.
Alright, here we go.
So here's our friends, the grasshoppers from earlier.
Nobody can die, and if you get back attacked, you can't get it. So we're looking good now. But what are the odds? Do you know?
5 out of 8.
5 out of 8. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if the preferred route actually has a single ghost for this first fight, and then a single bomb for the second one, which is a really fast roll as far as looking for Gao. Hey!
That's
I'm
great.
thinking Arby's.
That's great.
Speaking of Arby's, now we're going to feed Gao the dried meat, and then we get to watch a 2-minute cutscene. So donations, I believe, would be appreciated.
Okay. Well, I've got a $101 donation from Taser1216, who says, "My son wants to kill the animals, but my daughter wants to save them. So here's 50 for each, and $1 for announcer's choice between the two to break the tie. And since I love chaos as much as the Yeti, my dollar is going to save."
Shaking my head.
We have $500 donation from Andy Hamilton that says, "The demon chocobo demands a sacrifice. Kill the animals. Quack, quack, quack." $500 from Sreeve. "Congratulations to all the runners and everyone donating for another amazingly successful GDQ. Shoutouts to the real heroes, the doctors and humanitarians of MSF. Donation goes to saving the frames and killing the animals because no matter what choice you make, they're still there to save you in Metroid Fusion."
Speaking of saving frames and then saving hands and controllers, a nice little fun thing you can do is that for cutscenes that take place in the battle screen, you can actually just hold down the A button to auto-advance text on the first frame you can.
This is a good time to like put a book on your controller and use the bathroom or get water, because you're not going to be able to do it. You're not going to have in-battle text this long ever again,
That is
or
correct.
any break really. I guess the opera, but
Yeah, or the floating continent if you go there.
Hopefully we
yes.
don't.
Why would
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Well, just like your hero, the LCC.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember that run.
Poor guy.
Yep.
Poor guy.
We got to see his special video again sooner than expected.
That moonwalk, though.
We don't like the floating continent. People that run this category, we're not fans.
Nah.
So this is the rage tutorial,
Infamous
lead tutorial.
Kappa.
Yeah. Kappa.
We have $300 from Q that says, "Gonna put my money to good use, saving people's eyes, especially my girlfriend's one. Greetings to Claudia. And getting Realm's name up to something that I think some special people might enjoy. I'm gonna be curious. Stay awesome, guys. Final Fantasy VI is my favorite game, and I love to hear all the infos and watch you play through it."
Oh yeah, so we're on the Veld still. Now he's going to be heading to the Serpent Trench, where he'll be getting into 4 encounters. The things we don't want to see are pincer attacks or back attacks. We also don't want to see in the first encounter a single Anguiform. An Anguiform is an enemy that, when alone, has a 1/3 chance of using Aqua Rake. And Aqua Rake will do a significant amount of damage, likely killing Cyan and Sabin, leaving Gao just barely alive.
Until you get the next fight, and
Until
then he's
you,
probably
yeah,
dead. Yeah.
and then you get to the next fight, and you're kind of toast. So
You notice he didn't bother healing Cyan there. That's because we actually want Cyan to get killed by the end of the Serpent Trench if we can.
same reason as the train, just slow running.
Yeah, and it works out that he has to kind of get killed naturally by monsters for it to actually save time. If you actually have other characters attack him, then you're going to be burning more time actually doing that, and the faster runs save.
Yeah, because like I think he said, Huexel mentioned it earlier, that your character's ATB bar has to be filled in order to be able to run from a battle.
Serpent Trench is one of the biggest sources of randomness when you're trying to get a fast time in this game, and it's outside of. I mean, this has nothing to do with your step route, so it's really just out of your control. And some of the time loss can be monstrous.
Yeah,
Or time gain.
Time game.
Yeah, because just getting one preemptive in the Serpent Trench is worth I don't know, like a good 20 seconds or more alone. Because not only are single angle forms dangerous, but any battle that has angle forms in it is slow to run from.
Yeah, and most of the encounters that you could get into have more than one enemy.
And then enemies have natural run difficulty too. And angle forms are in the higher end for whatever reason.
I wanted to make this segment fun.
I would say it's the biggest source of RNG, single source of RNG in the game.
Yeah.
Non-manipulatable RNG.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got
So we
double
didn't get
or
the
triple
angle
actinium.
forms.
Yeah. So we're safe from Aqua Rig.
Yeah, if he'd have gotten the angle form, he could have just killed it with an Aura Bolt too for safety. That's what I would have done.
It's interesting because for all the other encounters, we know pretty much what they're going to be, but within the Serpent Trench is just random.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole series actually gets set when you jump in. Although, I mean, it's frame based, so there's
Nice.
Very
nice. This is gonna be a nice little time gain here because of getting preemptive on an angle form fight.
Another small and kind of uncommon, but still something you have to worry about is the Aspects can cast Megavolt, and you can also, if you get pincered, I believe the Actanians can cast Numbspine.
It's the aspect.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
I'm just gonna stop talking now.
And then you also get two choices where you can either go through a cave if you pick the right option, or keep going down the trench if you take the left. The first cave is extremely short, so you did that to skip an encounter, but the second cave is a lot longer. You can.
It's fine.
Well,
He's at 56.
Yeah, he's probably gonna die before the stop wears off, but he's
At
still
least
gonna
he's
lose
almost
time.
dead, yeah.
This might do it here. Yep.
There you go.
Alright. So that was much better than it could have been. But,
Yeah. Getting Numbspines on a character that's at full HP and just can't run away.
This game.
It hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts. So that was one of the more fortunate Numbspine.
If you're gonna get Numbspined, yeah, that's the best possible scenario right there.
And it was Cyan too, so this was a little quicker with the run on the double angler form.
What a speed run.
No, we survived though.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
So he doesn't actually have to do anything here before talking to the boat dude to advance the story, but this is actually the whole reason why the route does Sabin scenario first is because of the shopping you can do here. Because this is your first opportunity to buy smoke bombs, which is a consumable item that makes you instantly run away from any battle. It's not marked as inescapable. And all of this RNG that we've been complaining about for the past hour or more with like the Serpent Trench and the like, that all goes away now because
Smoke bombs.
because of smoke bombs, and also because of having all it takes is like your fastest character using it too.
Yeah.
He picked up echo screens and green cherries. So echo screens are going to be used for Joker Doom, and green cherries will be used for the sketch glitch later.
Now I'm gonna remind you again. It's safe.
Remind me when I'm outside.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also merchant lock glitch too.
Now he's just gonna do a quick menu here just to give Locke sprint shoes and some equipment. He doesn't have a weapon. He doesn't need one. It's fine as long as he's got some armor on.
Yeah, and this is just getting the merchant clothes, which is an incentive we're doing for the run. In a normal run, you would actually just do what he's going to be doing after this immediately. You'll see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh baby.
Speed run.
It's like this guy doesn't want you to steal his clothes or something.
Unreal.
That he's wearing. No guardian though. This is rare steel.
Really? That's funny.
B-Day suit.
B-Day suit.
Yep.
My boy.
It's my favorite anime.
And we won't see the payoff to this till a little bit later, but rest assured,
It is
there will be
something.
payoff. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're going to be doing a nice fun little skip here where he goes inside here to reset that guard's location and then opens the menu when he's about to round that corner and just phases right through him.
Yeah.
See ya, Figaro.
Yeah, and so what that did inadvertently that I believe I should mention now before you see it